have you ever taken your shoes off at night and noticed deep marks around your ankles, your feet feeling heavy, tight, or strangely uncomfortable? Maybe you thought it was just because you were standing too long, getting older, or sitting all day. But what if I told you swollen feet can sometimes be your body's early warning signal long before a more serious problem appears? Most people ignore swollen feet until the discomfort becomes impossible to live with. But tonight, I want to show you something incredibly important. A few simple things you can do before bed that may help reduce swelling, improve circulation, ease pressure, and help you wake up feeling dramatically better. And by the end of this talk, you'll also know the dangerous signs that should never be ignored, because in some cases, swollen feet can be linked to circulation issues, diabetes, kidney problems, or even heart conditions. So stay with me, because one small habit you change tonight could make a huge difference in how your feet feel tomorrow morning. Let's start with understanding why feet swell in the first place. Your feet are the farthest point from your heart, which means gravity works against your CI. Raculation all day long. When fluid builds up in the tissues of your feet and ankles, you start to notice puffiness, tight skin, anching, or a heavy sensation. This can happen after long periods of standing, sitting, traveling, eating salty foods, or wearing tight shoes. And while occasional swelling can be harmless, persistent swelling is your body's way of asking for attention. One of the biggest mistakes people make at night is collapsing into bed without helping their circulation recover. After hours of pressure and fluid buildup, your body needs support to move that fluid back upward. One of the simplest and most effective things you can do tonight is elevate your feet for 15 to 20 minutes before sleep. Not just slightly, ideally above the level of your heart. This position helps gravity work for you instead of against you, allowing fluid to move away from the feet and ankles more efficiently. Another powerful nighttime strategy is gentle ankle movement. Many people think exercise has to be intense to help circulation, but even slow ankle circles, toe flexes, and calf stretches can activate the muscles that help pump blood and fluid upward. Your calf muscles are sometimes called lead the second heart because they play a major role in circulation. Just a few minutes of movement before bed may reduce stiffness and swelling significantly. Now let's talk about something people rarely connect to swollen feet: what you eat at night. Excess salt is one of the biggest contributors to water retention. Processed foods, chips, frozen meals, fast food, and even some restaurant dinners contain massive amounts of sodium. When sodium levels rise, your body holds on to more water, and that fluid often settles in your lower legs and feet. Many people wake up blaming aging for their swelling when the real issue was the salty meal they ate the night before. Hydration matters too. Ironically, dehydration can make swelling worse because your body starts retaining fluid when it thinks water is scarce. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps your body maintain proper balance and circulation. But try not to overload on sugary drinks or alcohol late at night, because those can worsen inflammation and fluid retention. Footwear also plays a huge role. Tight socks, restrictive shoes, or poor support can interfere with circulation and increase pressure on the feet. At night, give your feet room to breathe. Some people even benefit from a gentle foot massage using upward motions toward the ankles and calves to encourage fluid movement. Now here's something extremely important. Not all swelling is harmless. If one foot suddenly becomes much more swollen than the other, especially with redness, warmth, or pain, that could be a medical emergency. Persistent swelling accompanied by shortness of breath, chest pain, or severe fatigue should never be ignored. These symptoms can sometimes point to serious circulation or heart-related problems. And if you have diabetes, numbness, tingling, or slow healing wounds in the feet, should always be evaluated quickly, because foot complications can become dangerous very fast. Many people also don't realize how much sitting contributes to swelling. Hours spent watching TV, working at a desk, or scrolling on a phone reduce muscle activity and slow circulation. Even standing up and walking for a few minutes every hour can make a meaningful difference. Movement is medicine for circulation. And finally, one of the most underrated nighttime habits is simply paying attention to your feet. Your feet can reveal early signs of health problems long before other symptoms appear. Changes in color, temperature, swelling patterns, numbness, or pain should never be brushed aside. The sooner you recognize these warning signs, the more options you may have to improve your health and avoid future complications. So tonight, before you go to bed, try this simple routine. Elevate your feet, move your ankles and calves for a few minutes, avoid salty late night foods, stay hydrated, and give your feet the care they deserve. These small habits may seem simple, but over time they can have a powerful effect on comfort, circulation, and overall health, because swollen feet are not something you should just live with. Sometimes your body whispers before it screams, and learning to listen early can change everything. Most people think swollen feet are just a normal part of getting older, standing too long, or having a busy day. They take their shoes off at night, notice the sock marks around their ankles, feel heaviness or tightness in their feet, and simply ignore it. But what many people do not realize is that swollen feet can sometimes be one of the earliest warning signs your body gives before a more serious health issue develops. Your body often whispers before it screams, and the feet are one of the first places where circulation and fluid problems begin to show themselves. Swelling happens when fluid becomes trapped in the tissues of your feet, ankles, or lower legs. Sometimes this is temporary and harmless, especially after long travel, standing for hours, or eating salty foods. But persistent swelling that keeps returning should never be ignored because it may point to an underlying issue that needs attention. One of the biggest reasons swollen feet happen is poor circulation. Blood and fluid naturally move downward throughout the day because of gravity, and when circulation slows, fluid begins collecting in the lower part of the body. That is why many people notice swelling becoming worse at night. Heart health can also play a major role. When the heart is not pumping blood efficiently, fluid can begin building up in the legs and feet. Many people are shocked to learn that swollen ankles may appear long before major heart symptoms develop. Kidney function is another important factor because the kidneys help regulate fluid balance in the body. When they are not working properly, the DY may start retaining excess fluid, leading to puffiness in the feet and legs. Liver issues can also contribute because protein balance inside the bloodstream affects how fluid moves through tissues. For people with diabetes, swollen feet become even more important to watch carefully. Diabetes can damage blood vessels and nerves over time, reducing circulation and sensation in the feet. Some people may not even feel injuries, pressure, or infections developing. What begins as mild swelling can slowly progress into serious complications if ignored. That is why regular foot checks are so important for people with blood sugar problems. Certain medications may also trigger swelling. Blood pressure medications, steroids, hormones, and even some pain relievers can cause fluid retention in the body. Many people never connect their swollen feet to the medicine sitting in their cabinet every single day. Lifestyle habits matter too. Sitting for long periods, lack of movement, obesity, dehydration, and high sodium intake all increase the risk of swelling. Even tight clothing or poorly fitted shoes can interfere with circulation and make the problem worse. One dangerous mistake people make is assuming that swelling is harmless simply because it does not hurt. In reality, some of the most serious circulation problems begin silently. If swelling appears suddenly in only one leg, especially with pain, redness, or warmth, it could signal a blood clot that requires immediate medical attention. Swelling paired with chest pain or shortness of breath should never be ignored either because it may indicate a serious heart or lung condition. Your feet are not separate from the rest of your body. They are deeply connected to your circulation, heart health, kidney function, nerve health, and overall wellness. Sometimes the body gives small clues long before a major medical crisis happens. Paying attention to swollen feet early may help you identify problems before they become more dangerous, painful, or difficult to treat. One of the biggest reasons people continue struggling with swollen feet is because of what they do every single night without even realizing it. Many evening habits silently worsen swelling, increase inflammation, and slow circulation while people sleep. The problem is that most individuals focus only on the discomfort they feel in their feet, but they never look at the behaviors that may be causing fluid to build up in the first place. Nighttime is when your body is supposed to recover, repair circulation, and rebalance fluids. But certain habits can work directly against that natural recovery process. One of the worst nighttime mistakes is lying down immediately after eating a heavy, salty dinner. Processed foods, takeout meals, frozen dinners, chips, sauces, and restaurant foods often contain extremely high amounts of sodium. When sodium levels rise, the body holds onto water to maintain balance. That extra fluid has to go somewhere, and gravity causes much of it to collect in the feet, ankles, and lower legs throughout the evening. Many people wake up blaming age for their swollen feet when the real issue was the dinner they ate hours earlier. Another major mistake is sitting for long periods before bed. Many people spend the evening watching television, scrolling on their phone, working on a computer, or sitting in one position for hours. When the leg muscles stay inactive, circulation slows dramatically. The The calf muscles normally act like pumps that help move blood and fluid back upward toward the heart. Without movement, fluid begins pooling in the lower body. This is why swelling often becomes more noticeable at night after long periods of inactivity. Wearing tight socks or restrictive clothing in the evening can also worsen swelling. Elastic bands around the ankles or calves may interfere with circulation and trap fluid in the lower legs. Even shoes with poor support or tight straps can increase pressure on swollen tissues, making the discomfort worse by bedtime. Many people unknowingly create more compression in the wrong places instead of helping circulation move naturally. Another hidden problem is dehydration. People often think drinking less water will reduce swelling, but the opposite can happen. When your body senses dehydration, it tries to hold on to fluid as a protective mechanism. This can actually increase puffiness and fluid retention. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps the body maintain proper fluid balance and supports healthier circulation. But replacing water with sugary drinks, soda, or alcohol at night may worsen inflammation and fluid retention even further. Poor sleeping position can also contribute to swollen feet. Some people sleep with their legs hanging downwards or flat for hours without giving circulation any support. Elevating the feet slightly before sleep can help encourage fluid movement away from the ankles and lower legs. Even a small adjustment using a pillow under the legs may help reduce pressure and heaviness by morning. Late-night alcohol consumption is another major contributor people rarely consider. Alcohol can dehydrate the body, disrupt circulation, and increase inflammation. It may temporarily relax blood vessels, but over time it often worsens fluid imbalance and swelling. Many people notice puffier feet and ankles the morning after drinking alcohol, especially when combined with salty foods and inactivity. Ignoring pain or swelling night after night is also a dangerous habit. Some people normalize discomfort because it develops slowly over time, but persistent swelling may be the body's warning sign that something deeper is happening with circulation, heart function, kidney health, or nerve health. The longer those signals are ignored, the greater the chance the condition may progress. Your nighttime routine has more influence on swollen feet than most people realize. Small evening choices repeated daily can either help your circulation recover or quietly make swelling worse over time. One of the most effective ways to reduce swollen feet does not require expensive treatments, complicated workouts, or harsh medications. In fact, a simple 5-minute nighttime routine may help improve circulation, reduce fluid buildup, ease pressure, and help your feet feel lighter before you even go to sleep. The problem is that most people wait until swelling becomes severe before they take action, but your body responds incredibly well to small daily habits, especially when those habits support healthy blood flow and fluid movement. The first step in this simple nighttime routine is elevation. After spending the entire day sitting, standing, or walking, gravity causes fluid to settle into the lowest part of the body. That is why swelling often becomes worse in the evening. By lying down and raising your feet slightly above the level of your heart, you help gravity work in your favor. This position encourages fluid to move away from the feet and ankles and back into circulation. Many people notice relief within minutes simply by placing a pillow under their legs before bed. The next part of the routine involves gentle ankle movements. You do not need intense exercise to improve circulation. Slow ankle circles, flexing the feet upward and downward, and rotating the toes can activate the muscles that help pump blood and fluid through the legs. Your calf muscles play a huge role in circulation because every time they contract, they help push blood back toward the heart. When those muscles stay inactive for long periods, fluid begins pooling in the lower legs and feet. Just 1 or 2 minutes of movement can begin stimulating circulation again. Another helpful movement is the calf stretch. Tight calf muscles can restrict circulation and increase pressure in the lower legs. Stretching the calves gently before bed may improve flexibility and support healthier blood flow. Even simple toe raises while standing near a wall or chair can help activate the lower leg muscles. The goal is not intensity. The goal is movement and circulation. A gentle foot massage can also make a surprisingly big difference. Using your hands to massage upward from the feet toward the ankles and calves may help encourage fluid movement. Some people use lotion or oil to reduce friction and make the massage more comfortable. The upward direction matters because it supports the natural return of blood and fluid back toward the heart. This can also help relax tense muscles and reduce the heavy sensation many people feel at night. Breathing deeply during this routine may also help more than people expect. Slow, deep breathing supports circulation and relaxation throughout the body. Stress and tension can affect blood vessels and inflammation levels, so creating a calm nighttime routine may support overall recovery. Many people rush through their evenings without giving their body any chance to reset after an entire day of pressure and strain. Compression socks may help some people as well, especially during the daytime, but they should fit properly. Poorly fitted compression garments can actually worsen discomfort or restrict circulation in certain areas. That is why understanding the cause of swelling is important before using them regularly. Consistency matters more than intensity. Many people try something once and expect overnight transformation, but the body responds best to repeated healthy habits. A few minutes every night may gradually reduce puffiness, improve comfort, and help you wake up with feet that feel lighter and less stiff. Over time, these simple movements may also support better mobility and overall circulation. The most powerful part of this routine is that it helps you become more aware of your body. When you take a few minutes each night to pay attention to your feet, circulation, swelling, and comfort levels, you are more likely to notice changes early before they become serious problems. Most people never connect their swollen feet to the foods and drinks they consume every single day. They blame aging, standing too long, or the weather, while completely overlooking one of the biggest hidden causes of fluid retention: diet. What you eat and drink has a direct effect on inflammation, circulation, blood vessels, and how much fluid your body holds onto. In many cases, swollen feet are not just a foot problem at all, they are a reflection of what is happening inside the body. One of the biggest triggers for swollen feet is excess sodium. Sodium causes the body to retain water, and modern diets are overloaded with it. The problem is that most sodium does not come from the salt shaker sitting on your table. It comes from processed foods, fast good, canned soups, frozen meals, sauces, chips, deli meats, and restaurant dinners. Many people consume far more sodium than they realize because it hides in foods that do not even taste salty. When sodium levels rise, the body holds on to extra water to maintain balance, and that fluid often settles in the feet and ankles because gravity pulls it downward throughout the day. Late night eating can make swelling even worse. Heavy dinners close to bedtime force the body to spend hours digesting food while circulation slows during sleep. Salty nighttime snacks are especially problematic because the body has less opportunity to move and balance fluids afterward. Many people wake up with puffier feet, swollen fingers, or bloated ankles after eating processed foods late in the evening. Sugar also plays a major role. Diets high in sugar may increase inflammation throughout the body, which can affect blood vessels and circulation. Sugary drinks, desserts, candies, and processed carbohydrates may contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and inflammation over time. Poor blood sugar control can damage circulation and nerve health, especially in people with diabetes, making swelling more common and more dangerous. Alcohol is another major contributor people often ignore. Many assume alcohol helps them relax, but it can interfere with fluid balance and circulation. Alcohol dehydrates the body, and when dehydration occurs, the body sometimes responds by holding onto water even more aggressively. This creates a cycle where people feel bloated, puffy, and swollen after drinking. Alcohol can also increase inflammation and place extra stress on the liver, which plays a role in managing fluid balance within the body. Ironically, not drinking enough water can also worsen swelling. When the body senses dehydration, it tries to conserve fluid as a protective response. Many people reduce water intake because they think it will help swelling, but proper hydration actually helps the kidneys regulate sodium and maintain healthier fluid balance. Water supports circulation, kidney function, and the movement of nutrients throughout the body. Replacing water with soda, energy drinks, or sugary beverages often makes swelling worse over time. Being overweight may also increase swelling because excess body weight places more pressure on the veins in the legs and feet. This can make it harder for blood and fluid to travel back upward toward the heart. Over time, circulation becomes less efficient, especially in people who spend long hours sitting or standing. Certain nutrient deficiencies may also affect circulation and fluid balance. Diets lacking enough protein can sometimes contribute to swelling because proteins help regulate how fluid stays inside blood vessels. Potassium-rich foods like bananas, spinach, avocados, and sweet potatoes may help support healthier fluid balance by counteracting some some effects of sodium. The foods and drinks you consume every day quietly influence how your feet feel at night. Swelling is not always caused by injury or age. Sometimes your body is reacting to inflammation, poor circulation, dehydration, excess sodium, or unhealthy eating patterns that have been building for years without notice. Most people think swollen feet are harmless until something serious happens. They assume it is just part of aging, standing too long, or being tired after a long day. But sometimes swollen feet are not simply a minor inconvenience. They can be an early warning sign that something much more dangerous is happening inside the body. This is why understanding the difference between normal swelling and potentially serious swelling is so important. Your feet may reveal health problems long before other symptoms become impossible to ignore. One of the most important warning signs is sudden swelling in only one foot or leg. If one side becomes significantly more swollen than the other, especially when accompanied by pain, warmth, redness, or tenderness, this may signal a blood clot known as deep vein thrombosis. A blood clot can become life-threatening if it travels to the lungs. Many people dismiss the swelling at first because they assume they pulled a muscle or strained their foot, but sudden one-sided swelling should never be ignored. Persistent swelling may also point to heart problems. The heart's job is to pump blood efficiently throughout the body, and when it begins struggling to do so, fluid may start collecting in the legs, ankles, and feet. Some people notice swelling before they even experience chest pain or severe fatigue, shortness of breath, difficulty lying flat at night, rapid weight gain from fluid retention, or swelling that worsens daily may all be warning signs linked to heart function. Because gravity pulls fluid downward, the feet often become one of the first places where this problem appears. Kidney problems are another major cause of chronic swelling. The kidneys help regulate fluid and sodium balance inside the body. When kidney function becomes impaired, excess fluid may begin accumulating in tissues, leading to puffiness in the feet, ankles, hands, or face. Some people notice swollen feet along with changes in urination, fatigue, nausea, or loss of appetite. Since kidney disease can progress quietly for years, swollen feet may sometimes become one of the earliest visible signs. Liver disease may also contribute to swelling because the liver helps produce proteins that keep fluid inside blood vessels. When liver function becomes impaired, fluid can leak into surrounding tissues more easily. People with liver-related swelling may also notice abdominal bloating, yellowing of the skin, weakness, or unexplained bruising. For people living with diabetes, swollen feet deserve even greater attention. Diabetes can damage nerves and blood vessels over time, reducing circulation and sensation in the feet. A person may not notice injuries, infections, or pressure sores develop, eloping because of nerve damage. Swelling combined with numbness, tingling, burning sensations, or slow healing wounds should never be ignored. Small foot problems in people with diabetes can quickly become dangerous if circulation is poor. Infections can also cause swelling, especially if the skin becomes red, hot, or painful. Even a small cut or blister may lead to serious complications if bacteria enter the skin. People with weakened immune systems or poor circulation are especially vulnerable. Fever combined with swelling and redness may indicate an infection requiring urgent medical attention. Another important warning sign is swelling that does not improve with rest or elevation. Temporary swelling after standing all day may improve overnight, but swelling that continues worsening despite lifestyle changes may suggest an underlying medical condition. Skin that becomes shiny, tight, discolored, or painful should also be evaluated. Many people ignore these warning signs because the symptoms develop slowly over time. The body often adapts gradually, making the changes seem normal, but swollen feet are sometimes the body's way of revealing hidden problems involving circulation. The heart, kidneys, liver, nerves, or blood vessels. Paying attention early may help prevent more serious complications later. Most people do not realize how much their nighttime habits affect the way their feet feel the next morning. They wake up with stiffness, puffiness, heaviness, or aching feet and assume it is simply a normal part of life. But the truth is, your body spends the night trying to repair itself, rebalance fluids, and restore circulation. The habits you follow before bed can either support that recovery process or quietly work against it. Small changes in your nightly routine may help you wake up with feet that feel lighter, more comfortable, and healthier over time. One of the most powerful habits is elevating your feet before sleep. Throughout the day, gravity causes blood and fluid to move downward into the lower legs and feet. When circulation slows, fluid begins collecting around the ankles and tissues of the feet, leading to swelling and discomfort. By raising your feet slightly above heart level for even 15 to 20 minutes before bed, you help encourage that fluid to move back upward through the body. Many people are surprised how much relief such a simplification habit can provide after just a few nights. Gentle movement before sleep can also make a major difference. Sitting or lying down for long periods without movement allows circulation to slow even more. Simple ankle rotations, calf stretches, toe flexes, or short walks around the room can help activate the muscles responsible for pushing blood back toward the heart. The calf muscles play an especially important role because they act like natural pumps for circulation. Even small movements may help reduce heaviness and stiffness by morning. Your evening meals matter more than most people realize. Eating heavy, salty foods late at night often leads to increased fluid retention overnight. Processed foods, fast food, chips, frozen meals, and restaurant dinners are loaded with sodium, which causes the body to hold on to excess water. Reducing salty foods in the evening may help minimize puffiness and swelling while you sleep. Choosing lighter meals with vegetables, lean protein, and proper hydration may support better circulation and fluid balance overnight. Hydration is another key factor many people misunderstand. Some individuals drink less water because they think it will reduce SW, but dehydration often causes the body to retain even more fluid as a protective response. Drinking enough water throughout the day supports kidney function, circulation, and healthy fluid balance. Limiting sugary drinks and alcohol at night may also help because both can increase inflammation and disrupt the body's natural balance. Comfortable footwear and proper support during the day also influence how your feet feel at night. Shoes that are too tight, unsupportive, or poorly fitted may place extra pressure on the feet and interfere with circulation. Over time, this stress contributes to fatigue, inflammation, and swelling. Giving your feet room to recover in the evening becomes extremely important, especially for people who spend long hours standing or walking. Body weight and physical activity play a role as well. Excess weight places added pressure on the veins and joints of the lower body, making circulation less efficient. Regular movement throughout the day helps keep blood flowing properly and reduces the chances of fluid pooling in the feet. Even simple habits like standing up more often, stretching regularly, or taking short walks can improve circulation over time. Sleep itself also affects recovery. Poor sleep increases stress hormones and inflammation inside the body, which may worsen swelling and circulation problems. Creating a calm nighttime routine allows the body to relax and repair itself more effectively. Sometimes the smallest nightly habits repeated consistently create the biggest long-term improvements. Your feet carry you through every single day, yet many people only notice them when pain or swelling appears. Learning how to care for them at night is not just about comfort, it is about supporting circulation, mobility, and overall health for the future. Swollen feet are something millions of people experience, yet far too many ignore the warning signs until the discomfort becomes impossible to live with. What may seem like a small problem at first can sometimes reveal much deeper issues involving circulation, inflammation, heart health, kidney function, diabetes, or overall lifestyle habits. Your feet are not separate from the rest of your body. They often reflect what is happening inside your health long before major symptoms appear. The good news is that small nightly habits can make a powerful difference, elevating your feet, improving movement, reducing excess sodium, staying hydrated, paying attention to circulation, and taking swelling seriously may help your body recover more effectively overnight. These are simple actions, but when practiced consistently, they can improve comfort, reduce pressure, support healthier blood flow, and help you feel lighter and stronger every morning. Most importantly, never ignore persistent swelling, pain, redness, numbness, or sudden changes in your feet. Your body often gives early warnings before bigger problems develop, and learning to recognize those signals may protect your health in the future. The sooner you listen to your body, the greater your chance of preventing complications later. Tonight, before you go to sleep, take a few minutes to care for your feet, because sometimes the smallest changes in your nightly routine can create the biggest improvements in your long-term health and quality of life.